isn't this just fantastic? Captain's Log, Subdate 21120.6. I have been reliably informed that the bridge will be ready within the next 4 weeks. With this good news, the crew have upped efficiency to almost 17%. We may be able to increase speed to 1/4 impulse as a result. Welcome everyone to This Week at Twitter, or Twat. Today we have, I think it's 7, because yes, I actually put some effort in this time. Subjects I'd like to go through. Before that, tonight, 9:30 PM GMT on the Moist Ski Live channel, I shall be hosting a political recap stream with my co-host Trups LP. Link to both channels, Moist Ski Live and Trups LP, in the description down below. So to start, we're going to go with a tweet sent to me by Necrosol, where he tagged Irate Alex, Drunken Uncle, The Britisher, and Viper Sword, along with myself, a retweet of, "Do British people still do the accent when nobody's around?" Well, the answer to that's quite simple here, geezer. Nah, we don't do proper Queen English when we're putting on a show for people. Hope that answers your question. Jokes aside, it depends on which accent you're referring to, because in that very question, when you tagged 5 different people, all 5 of us actually have differing regional accents. Because yes, there is more than one accent in England. I know some people say British, like it does in the question, which I can expand upon to include Welsh, Scottish, and Northern Irish, but actually they meant English. And in your retweet, Necrosol, you've only tagged English people. Granted, no one cares about the Welsh or the Northern Irish, but you could have tagged a Scotsman. Moving on from that, we're going to go to Trace, or @Scrutched. Which app did you start your social media life on? 1. Facebook. 2. I don't know what that is. 3. Snapchat. 4. Instagram. 5. TikTok. 7. Twitter. 8. MySpace. 9. None of the above. Where's 6? Also, where's Bebo? I started on Bebo. Shortly after starting on Bebo, I did eventually, after my housemates coerced me, start a Facebook and MySpace. But to be honest, I never used them, because in 2006 I was more interested in drinking and meeting people and drinking. Because seriously, drinking. I did notice because of this that Bebo was in fact trending. Yes, not the fact the guy can't count successfully from 1 to 9. Next we're going to go to another tweet that I was tagged in. So the cursed one tagged me to something tweeted out by Feet Delete. Hi. So there's an artist on here that goes by Jamie Brindley 95, who is working with a known lover of younger blood on YouTube, aka MiniLad. After I explained to him that Mini is in fact a person that likes younger blood, he blocked me. Please share this with big YouTubers and commentary channels to expose him. Consider this shared, I guess. My personal view, by the way, is it's not my business to judge who you choose to associate with, but I won't associate with you because of who you've chosen to work with. There can be a whole plethora of reasons why Jamie has decided to block you. That may well be it. I can't be sure. I don't know for certain. And I don't mean that to dump on you, Feet Delete. I promise you that. It's more the whole, I believe in full context. If that's the only messages and interactions you have, it's pretty damning actually on Jamie's part. It could well be, though, that Jamie believes himself to be the arbiter of forgiveness, or just doesn't care because work and money, and MiniLad still brings in some views. Not many, but he does bring in some, more than I do. So chances are there are always going to be people that want to work for people, even if they have been proven, because they've damn well admitted it, of committing crimes that centre around those with a taste for younger blood. Yes, you're a classy one, MiniLad. As are you, Jamie Brindley. Next we're going to go to Mums Demand Action for gun sense in America. Accompanying that is this image. Would you sell this man a gun? We wouldn't either. You've assumed a bit much there. Demand universal background checks now. I assume based on what I'm seeing it's not intended to be racial profiling, but based on a bit of a stereotype of how homeless people dress. That's what I've gotten from this image. But I'll be honest, I'd probably sell him one anyway. Because we've got loads of Nerf guns in this country and he looks like he can be trusted to shoot everyone. Because that's what you do with a Nerf gun. You go on a Nerf genocide spree. It is orgasmic. I saw this image, by the way, tweeted out by Moondragon. Go give her a follow. Next, we're going to go to something I haven't done in a few weeks, and I'm going to call it Americans Ruin Everything. With this video.
So, I have some college sorority friends. They all decided that they would challenge each other and see who could sleep their way through the alphabet first. As in, hook up with a guy, beginning with each letter of the alphabet. I mean, seriously, what could go wrong? They just started this challenge 2 months ago. One of the ladies already made it to letter K last night, and then found out today that she is pregnant with a child, bun in the oven. And not with one, not with two, but with 3 babies! Well, someone was fertile, and she doesn't know who the dad is. It could be Alex, Ben, Caleb, Darren, or the other 6 guys. But on the bright side, she hooked up with letter K last night. Therefore, Kevin from Arkansas State University, you are not a father, champ. Congratulations, bro! As for the rest of the letters, it's a guessing game. Who's about to be a dad of 3?
I don't know how to respond to this, because I know some people who are trying to do something similar, but have yet to suffer the consequences of it. But it is quite amusing to me that some people go out of their way to get laid to complete some kind of set. It's amusing, I will concede, but at the same time, I don't know how to describe, but I will say the word classless and the alphabet are apparently synonymous in this context. And how are you going to do X and Z? Our penultimate tweet comes from Vicky Pollin in reference to the above tweet of David Frum, what was advertised, which has a Nazi parade. How absolutely... ugh. Underneath, how many of these subhumans are wearing masks? How many of them and all their relatives will still be with us in 2 weeks? Considering they're walking around without social distancing or wearing masks, their employers might want to know they are super spreaders of the Trump virus. I want to focus on one key word here. Subhuman. It's really strange for someone who used to be a psychotherapist, for someone who is a speaker, to address other people you disagree with such venom. You're always going to have disagreements, I get it. But this kind of language is really interesting, because it can be interpreted as salty. I think of it more as pathetic. But then I'm a bit of an elitist, I'm a snob, and we don't call people subhuman. We just call you human, because there's nothing worse than being human. Seriously, I know gerbils. I said gerbils, not Goebbels. That are better than you. All of you. Every single one of you. I may well promote one to crewman, just to spite humanity. Suggestions for names in the comments down below. Also this thing about the super spreader of the Trump virus and linking it to Nazi ideology. It is a very dangerous mentality to have. It's the same dangerous mentality when you accuse Donald Trump of introducing the Muslim ban, but he didn't introduce it. Or just wanting to vote against any policy he introduced that does in fact benefit people because he introduced it. It is petty. Your election's a mess. And it doesn't matter who wins. Because seriously, it's almost looking a little illegitimate regardless. The final subject and the main event of today comes from Jake Paul, one of the biggest morons to ever exist on any social media platform, and one of those morons I wished had stayed on Vine and went down with the ship, and never resurfaced. Well, Jake Paul's decided to rewrite history, but this could well be a flex because he's dumb, or bait because he's dumb. This is, by the way, the tweet. I create the first content house. The Sidemen and FaZe Clan would like to dispute that. The Sidemen first, since they were around long before your little Team 10. Then there's 500 content houses. Yet there were still some before you. I start boxing. Joe Weller and Theo Baker would like to refute that. Now every influencer is a boxer. I think that's mostly because of KSI and Joe Weller, actually. What's next? Y'all gonna get raided by the FBI on purpose? You don't suppose that had anything to do with the fact there were children at your house, huh? Illegal firearms? Children? Adults? Alcohol? Do I need to finish that one, you absolute dolt? Yes. You're a precious one. You're like that kind of precious gem we call a horse apple? Yeah. You really do have your place. Getting mucked in a field. Anyway, as we're done here, I'd love to know what you think is the biggest twat of the week. Please do let me know in the comments down below. If I don't see you tonight for the political recap stream or even on Twitch later, I hope you'll have a fantastic Friday and subsequent weekend. And thank you all for listening.